Hey guys, what is up? My name is Tom Spark and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be testing out private internet access for 2022. Is this VPN something you should use? Is this VPN you should skip? Is this VPN going to get S tier on VPNtierlist.com? Let's go ahead and find out in this video.
But wait, Tom, why should we listen to you? You're just some random guy on the internet, right? Wrong. I'm not just some random guy. I'm the guy who created the first VPN tier list. Now, I've pretty much created every single VPN out there, and this is something no one else has ever done. I've been doing this for around 5 years now, and I've probably spent thousands of hours of reviewing VPNs. And that means these reviews are the most accurate on the internet, bar none.
So guys, first up as always is the pricing. How does private internet access do in terms of price? Well, if you can see here, they do have a countdown clock timer, which I am not a big fan of. You know, I don't like these timers that are fake. This has been longer going than this. If you look at the web archives and stuff like that, you could easily see it. So already, ding. That's something that Keep has done. CyberGhost has put that kind of marketing stuff on here. Private internet access used to not have things like that on their website, so it's kind of disappointing to see that now. However, that said, they do meet our asking price for a couple different pricing plans. 1 month for $10 under is pretty good. It's right around the cusp there, just 5 cents under, but I'm going to give them to them for that. If it was like 1 cent, but it is kind of underneath that price point, especially going into the other plans as well. Each plan is a decent price. $40 for 1 year is a good deal, and $80 for 3 years is actually a good deal as well, but you also get 3 months free. You also get 10 simultaneous device use, a 30-day refund policy, which is nice as well, and we do see complimentary privacy services offered, like a free data breach monitor, as you see right here. We also see other paid-for subscription things like a dedicated IP and antivirus, which is actually kind of cool as well. I don't really mind having more options like this, especially stuff like dedicated IP can be nice, because as they say, it gives you fewer CAPTCHAs and stuff like this. So it's actually kind of a cool thing to offer for VPN, and I could think more VPNs should offer it, because they do have their use cases as outlined here. So pretty nice. So guys, taking a look at the pricing, we didn't see that 6-month plan or a 2-year plan, but they did get points for most everything else besides having timers on the website. So overall, not a bad pricing policy. It's cheap for a long term and 1 year, and it's not that expensive for 1 month either. Overall, pretty good overall. Next up, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the application, and quite honestly, this is probably the best application out there. I don't say that without really looking into it either. If you look at the application, you can see that it just, quite simply put, has a lot of stuff going on. It's got WireGuard, it's got customization, it's got that ease of use factor, port forwarding, DNS controls, dedicated IP, the ability to put it in here, token with that dedicated IP to make it simpler to set up, automation, split tunneling, multi-hop. This is all included. SOC 5 proxy, obfuscation, private internet access. You guys know how to make an application. The people who used to work there know how to make an application. Whoever that works there now know how to maintain an application. Quite simply put, perfect application. You could see here it has everything you could ever want. SOC 5 proxy, dedicated IP, Linux GUI, one of the few VPNs that had one in the beginning, obfuscation support, ad blocking support, an amazing interface that is customizable, browser extensions, Fire Stick support, split tunneling, kill switches, and WireGuard. Any VPN that's watching this video, any customer watching a video, this is how you do an application, and I don't say that lightly. Perfect. So how does private internet access do exactly in the privacy policy, the privacy audit here, the section, privacy overall? They do pretty good in the trackers on Android, have 0 trackers. However, that said, the blacklight test will show that the website does have more trackers and cookies going on than we like, primarily probably due to Cape's involvement. They have 2 ad trackers, 8 cookies, and Google Analytics. We can also see other areas of concern, being with acquisitions. Cape did buy private internet access to a lot of people's disappointment. Cape doesn't have the best reputation in the VPN industry. For a lot of people, this spelled the doom of private internet access. However, that said, private internet access has been, pretty much the same since when it was acquired. Nothing really big has changed. So for some people, this could be a deal breaker when the reputation of a company is the most important thing. But for some people who don't really care so much about that, and the more bottom line is about speeds, applications, things like that, and pricing, this might not be that big of a deal. The good thing about private internet access is despite this involvement with CAPE, there still haven't been any records of logs, anything like that, jeopardizing user privacy. So overall, I think it's probably okay. We've also seen other VPNs since then, like ExpressVPN, also been bought out by CAPE, so it's really turning into quite a big monopoly. Alright guys, now we're going to be doing a live speed test here, and we are connected to private internet access. One more thing I wanted to mention is that if you go into the protocol section and you didn't pick the right protocol, you select the other one, a little box will pop up asking you to reconnect to that protocol. You click on that box and it automatically reconnects with this protocol to the same server. Just a super convenient feature. And just one other thing I really like about this application, as you can see here, we're getting excellent speeds with PIA, around 700, and we're probably going to get around 70 megabytes a second in terms of download, which is pretty good. Usually my top for the channel is around 8 to 900, so this is pretty close. It could be variable due to specific time right now. That is kind of like a peak time. Usually I don't do my reviews at night, so this one is a little bit different. Let's go ahead and do the download test. Alright guys, we have loaded it into the application now, and let's go ahead and see what kind of speeds we can get. Like I said, I'm expecting around 70 megabytes a second, maybe even all the way up to 80, 90 would be the ideal range for this WireGuard connection with a PIA and a close server nearby. Right now we're getting into the 40s, but I'm expecting it to go up. Right there we go, around 40 there, and kind of sticking back down toward 20 and 30s. This is a little bit disappointing. I was kind of expecting a little bit more output there, closer to, there we go, we saw 45. 51 isn't bad. Seems like we might be getting heated up here a little bit, coasting around 50, so far around 30 to 50 area, which is okay. Like I said before, we have gotten higher speeds in the past, and this speed test right here is just kind of okay. Overall, not bad speeds though. In conclusion, guys, here is the final rating for PIA. It did miss out a couple points here on the pricing, but overall it's decently cheap for long term and a year. The application is probably the strongest part, being perfect in almost every respect in terms of UI and feature set. It really doesn't have anything missing. Speeds are also pretty good as well. I think there was a little bit of variability due to my time testing, but still ThoroughPay with WireGuard seemed fine. Privacy audit was okay. We saw 2FA with their website, but it doesn't use open source analytics or the ability to pass the blacklight test. Additionally, it was purchased by CAPE, which isn't the best thing in the world. I also tested out their customer support, and I think it took, like half a day to get back to me. So overall, not very good there. Lastly, we do want to test streaming, and let's do that very quickly. The good thing is that nowadays, private internet access seems much better at unblocking things than previously. So overall, in my test of Netflix and some of the other services, it does seem to be doing pretty well. So that's actually pretty nice, making it not a bad choice for streaming. Overall, private internet access gets a 43.54, which is an A-tier VPN just under S-tier. It's a decent mid-grade A-tier VPN with some serious pros like the amazing application and affordable long-term pricing, combined with good speeds and good streaming compatibility. That said, the customer support might be a little bit slow, and you'll have to decide if you could trust the company or not, since it has been acquired by another company other people might find less reputable. So that's something to think about. Maybe do your own research on that one if that's something that's really concerning to you. Look into Cape Crossrider and that company head to see, what kind of stuff they were involved with. Anyways, guys, that's my final thoughts with PIA or private internet access. You could find the link in the description or link down below to buy it and help support the channel. Or you could choose a different VPN on vpntierlist.com that is ranked higher, which would probably be my suggestion. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next video very soon.